Hello, Commander.
I always seem to be able to get into lobbies. I can just never seem to be able to host them. I don't know, man. It's weird. Alright. Let's get in and get that bread. Good luck, have fun, says Squidfighter. What a gentleman. The people's champion. I want to see Squid versus Nakamura. I'm not going to lie. I'm really curious to see how that'll go. Game starts in 1 second. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Will at first. Also known as the one map with the 2 creeps. So you've got Creep Camp 1 and Creep Camp 2. And that's literally all the creeps on this map. There is this really cool thing right here, but I've never seen anyone be able to actually take it, so, you know. Excuse me. Now, Squid Striker spawning at the bottom left is currently up 1-0 against his opponent. Striker R in the top right as the blue player. We've got 2 in the gold for Striker and only 2. Okay, 2 in the gold as well for Squidfighter, so we might be seeing a bit of a change up here. Ooh, I think that dog just took a Fire Blast. It did take a Fire Blast, interesting to note. So we might be seeing a bit of a shaky hand here from Squidfighter as he's trying to get his micro under control. Oops, wrong button. Sorry, we're just tabbing everything around real quick. Alrighty. Dogs are continuing just to dance around being weird and stuff. House. Okay, pretty much mirrored so far.
Your ally
Nothing too significant to note just yet. Dogs giving each other cute doggy kisses. Look at that, so cute, isn't it? They're just And then he was so happy he turned invisible. Oh, just like my mini-map was about to. Let's see. So there goes that boy. And there's nobody on gold anymore for Squid. Wow, blue has his guys still on gold. It's only one guy, note, but that is still a lot of gold a lot of wood that he's not producing anymore. Striker, excuse me, getting his first training camp, and Squidfighter doing the exact same thing. Alrighty. Scouting Hound doing his thing. I'd be very surprised to see if either of these players even expand. This is typically like a one-base map. I don't know why my mini-map keeps freaking out. Maybe it's just this map. Maybe it's because I keep scrolling in. Maybe it's the graphics. Who knows? Lady Vanya, though, for Striker, which is interesting. Often going a Lord Carthos. Lady Vanya is an interesting way for map control. We have seen him play Lady Vanya before when he was playing against...
Your ally is under attack.
Dukamara. I'm so tired of forgetting names. Whoa, it's Lord Barian! We've never seen him before! So we have the Paladin going up against the Huntress. And no one's taking that top right training camp, so I'm really curious to see what's going to go on here. Honestly, he could just dive in and go after Lord Barian, but it'd be pretty dangerous to say the least. So Lord Barian has 4 abilities. First ability is that bubble that you saw. It basically grants him an additional shield, which protects his health and everything. His second ability is called First Strike, where basically he gets a giant speed boost like Blood Rush for his footmen, as well as getting a giant bonus damage on the first swing that he does. His third ability is a passive which stacks for every bonus swing he does. He gets I believe faster attack speed and damage. And then his ultimate is he basically pulls this reverse King Arthur. He puts his sword into the ground, praises the sun, and then the entire floor around him explodes in this giant holy array, stunning everyone within the area. So every hero does have their own form of CC. The only thing is Lord Barian's and Lady Vanya's, in comparison to Lord Carthur's, it's a whole nother league in the sense that, especially if you're going like mass archers, Lord Carthur just completely destroys it because of how much damage he can do. Real quick, we do have Blacksmith with triple training camp, and we have hello Convict here. It's Convict time. So we have footies versus footies, and this is actually really important to note. Oh, it's hydration check time. Okay, sorry. I thought that was a comment or something, but no, we're good. All right. This is really important to note because convicts in a mirror match such as this can really tip the scales. But the problem is he's completely caught off guard. This convict, If he gets targeted, he's going to get targeted, and that's a completely wasted convict. And now not only has he spent a lot of money to get that, but now he is massively behind in the footman frenzy of this engagement. And yeah, Lady Vanya can just target freeze down Barian, which he's going to do. That was a good shield to keep himself safe, but here comes the Kobe. Boink, and the shield stays alive. One more convict is out. We'll have to see what this guy can do in terms of damage, as it's going to be very, very important in the overall engagement here, as it is 3, 6, 7, 8 footies versus 5, which that is not enough. That is not enough footies. This convict might get caught out again, and he very easily could be. Lady Vanya sees him. He's going to freeze him. Bam, and here comes the freeze. Nothing. Couldn't get anything on that, and so now he's lost 2 convicts in this engagement. It looks like the first strike goes off, gets a little bit of damage, but wasn't really able to engage too well. He still needs level 3, which Lady Vanya does have, and this is very important because Lady Vanya can pop her stun and just completely CC. Oh, here comes the fun. Here comes the fun. Nothing in that connection again. So again, he's now 0-3 on his convict connections, which is more and more resources that he's completely thrown away at this point. Which, in comparison, this footman army is staying strong. Real quick, let's take a look. We do have armor 1 coming up here for Striker with an additional house going up, so it's going to be looking to grab some more resources. No blacksmith whatsoever here for Squidfighter. These convicts are still trying to pump out, but again, it's just he hasn't really been able to engage. What happened to all the other? Oh, there they are. Okay.
What? Yes.
These guys need to move as well, but they're not moving with the army. Okay, he does realize that they are there now. This army's gonna be caught out of position. This is an out of position army now. In the terms of, it's a multi-shot, and then he's just gonna engage with his footmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and all of his units are actually pretty well protected because the blue never really engaged too well. Paladin's gonna do a great job. Convict comes in, big damage. Wasn't as nearly as good as it should have been, and it looks like Lord Barian's just going to skedaddle right out of that, and now it's all on Lady Vanya to clean up the engagement. But that one convict was nuts. That was such a good engagement for him. Now he just needs to kind of push in. I feel like he should just try and throw away Lord Barian to get some free health or something. These footmen should not be engaging with Lady Vanya so close, as they are going to get completely cleaned up. What are you doing here, friend? Uh-oh. Convict time.
Right here.
3, 2, 1, kaboom! Gets actually pretty good chunk of damage. That was about a quarter of her health gone right then and there. And I don't know what you plan to do with this hero, Squidfighter. He's pretty much a goner. As soon as that shield wears off, he's at 32 HP, and he can't do much else until he starts creeping. He is at it's a level 3 versus level 4, 75% versus half of level 4, and yeah, he's just kind of feeding his footmen to Lady Vanya right now by doing this. Oh, this is not an engage. He should not be engaged. This is a trap. Unless he plans to stay within this bush line here, he's going to have vision now, and Lady Vanya is just going to target fire. Lord Barian was not able to really get much. It's a bush fight, and good engagement. That's a really good shield. But now here come the hogs attacking Red's units, and he's now down to only 1 footman. 3 versus 1, that's an easy cleanup for blue. And now, yeah, Lady Vanya is just going to take this camp, get to level 5, and then the disparity gets even worse. You're not planning to expand, are you? You absolute mad lad. Don't you even think it.
Yeah.
Lord Barian needs to heal. Convict time. Yes. Convict time. Gonna explode now. Boom.
I have my crossbow.
And just like that, I mean, it's not an even fight, but if he can get... Well, there he goes. Lord Barian turned into Lord Icicle, and that's about it. If he can get one more juicy convict connection, if any of those other 3 convicts would have connected with this army, I seriously think the tide of war would have been completely different.
Ready to work.
You seriously aren't thinking of expanding, are you? Where are you going? What are you doing? Here comes a level 5 Lady Vanya against 2 footmen. This is pretty much game. Yeah, that's pretty much game.
Your ally is under
Okay,
attack.
I guess.
Your ally is under attack.
I think it was those 3 convicts, to be honest with you. And then on top of that, I believe these guys had armor 1, which is a big deal, especially in a footman fight like that. But, well, boom goes the dynamite. It was also 2 scout camps versus 3, and as well as the blacksmith. So I think the convicts were a very interesting twist. I like the idea. I just think execution was super important. I think execution was super duper important in that case, and because we saw 3 of those convicts basically completely whiff their engagement, that was just, it cost more and more, and as you saw, because he wasn't able to get those connections, it just got even worse. Squid takes it home. No, that was Striker. It's 1-1.